Hello students, so we will discuss about uh, drawbacks in non-electronic devices. Now, as is often the case with successful research investigations, the considerable progress that has been made to date in fabricating and testing solid-state non-electronic has eliminated a number of challenging issues and areas for still further study. We will like to discuss these issues in order of the degree of challenge in these issues, and it will seem to pose some future progress. So some of the issues that we will discuss here. The first we will start with something called uh, valley current. Now, valley current are multi-state quantum confinement devices. Now, in multi-state quantum confinement devices like resonant tunneling devices, they do not turn off their current completely when they are off resonance. Okay, so do not turn off their current when completely off resonance. There is a residual current in the value between the current peaks, and this can lead to the possibility of the on and off state being not clearly distinguishable. So there is a residual current that makes on and off state not clearly distinguishable. Now, circuit architectures must be designed to be tolerant of this potential sensitivity, and more importantly, devices must be carefully and precisely built to make the peak to valley current ratio as large as possible. So, a solution to this is large peak to valley current ratio. The second drawback or obstacle to non-electronic devices is sensitivity to input voltage and current fluctuations. Now, unlike field emission transistors, switching in resonant tunneling diodes or resonant tunneling transistors can be very sensitive to fluctuations in the input voltage, which could accidentally drive devices off resonance. So this sensitivity is mainly observed in either in RTD or RTTs compared to is much greater than FETs, and it may lead to devices getting off resonance. So this is one of the drawbacks. Now the third drawback is cryogenic operations. Now, it has been possible to build circuit with hybrid RTD FETs operating at room temperature. So, hybrid RTD FETs have been made operating at room temperature. There are also been individual 30 nanometer silicon single electron transistors which show strong oscillations of current versus gate voltage as half the room temperature. So individual nanometer single electron transistors show strong oscillations of current versus gate voltage. Show strong oscillations with current versus gate voltage at around 150 degree K, which is basically half the room temperature. Now, however, most electronic devices built to date are functional only at cryogenic temperatures. That is the boiling point of liquid nitrogen and well below. So, many non-electronic devices are functional only at cryogenic, that means very low temperature. Their operation. At high temperatures, due to the random thermal motion of often provides electrons with small additional energy, they need to go out of ion. So, when you are increasing the temperature, that means even if you are taking it towards increasing temperature means taking it towards the room temperature, and there are thermal fluctuations. And random thermal motion provides electrons with small additional energy. They need to go into the island. Provide small additional energy to electrons to move on and off the island. Making island smaller, however, would increase the relevant energy separations, as we have seen. If we decrease the size of the island, is decreased. It will cause an increase in U and delta E. U of course is the energy required for an electron to move into the island, and delta E is energy required for the electron in the island to go to higher energy levels. So both of them will increase. So if these increase, they will reduce the possibility of device switching, because reduced possibility of device switching. Now, a device, on the other hand, based on an island the size of a single atom of approximately 1 nanometer radius. We have to make a device which has got an island of the size of one atom, that is 0.1 nanometer. This would operate at 100 times room temperature. So this could operate at very high temperature, 100 times the room temperature. But this limit only can be approached with molecular electronics. So this can be only achieved in molecular electronics.